The OnePlus 13 is official, kind of. So it's available in China. It just got announced today. And what's that mean for us here in the States? Well, it means that it'll be here soon. So the OnePlus 13, super cool. There's actually a lot of really, really big upgrades. So they bumped it up to a 6,000 milliamp battery. So like we've already got the OnePlus 12, great phone. And imagine that with a Snapdragon 8 Elite. So the new Snapdragon processor, a 6,000 milliamp battery. It's going to have three 50 megapixel cameras on the back. So 50, 50, and 50. IP69, dust and water resistance. An ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Still has an IR blaster. And you can get it with up to 24 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. Now, I don't know what model exactly is going to be available here in the States. But all those things sound really, really good. Of course, we know many of those things will be true. The only thing that might be different is the storage configurations. I don't know what we're going to get here in the US, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's going to make some people happy. It's still got the Hasselblad cooperation for the camera stuff. And one thing people have complained about for the last couple of years is like this bar that's over here on the side that kind of connects and flows into the camera. That will be gone. So they got rid of the bar. It's basically the camera's going to be in the same spot, but it's going to be freestanding now. But anyway, it looks beautiful. I mean, they've got a couple different colors. You can see some of the photos here. It is a beautiful looking phone. I mean, 120 hertz refresh rate, up to 24 gigs of RAM, 6.82 inch AMOLED display, and I think the brightness now up to 4,500 nits brightness. So this OnePlus phone could be the OnePlus phone that finally cracks through, and really people might buy a lot more of it. So there are people that like the OnePlus phones. I like the OnePlus phones. I haven't seen anything on software update stuff. That might be something that's more of a global announcement, or maybe I missed it. I believe currently their program is 4 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches, but they do bi-monthly security patches. They come out every other month. So I don't know if there's been any change to that. I'll have to follow up more on that later. But yeah, the announcement, it's going to be available for pre-order in China December 1st. So what does it mean for the US? It means it's probably going to be here earlier. At least that's my guess. So if I remember correctly, the OnePlus 12, see, they always get launched in China first, and then they come to the US a couple months later. So I believe last go around, it got announced in China in like December, and then it came to the States in February. So if they're announcing this basically October 31st, Halloween, it's November 1st in China already. So if they're announcing it for November 1st, that probably means it might be about a month early here in the States. So maybe we might see it in December or January instead of February. I don't know what the date is going to be for the United States yet, but I'm really excited about this. And it's got some cool stuff. I mean, IP69, and one of the biggest things when we talk about the OnePlus phones for years was they never had an IP rating. Well, they didn't have IP68. They weren't certified. IP69, that's pretty cool. I don't remember exactly what the 9 means, but I'll have to do some more research on that. 6,000 milliamp battery. And I think that might allay some people's concerns, because whenever you're talking about super powerful processor, a lot of people, when I was talking about the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, were like, oh, all that extra power just means it's going to suck up more battery and it's going to get hotter and all that stuff. Well, the thermals will be good. Like OnePlus puts very good thermals in their phones, but also that 6,000 milliamp battery, if it does use more juice, which it shouldn't, because all the benchmarks and everything that talk about how the chip runs are saying it's supposed to be like 40% more power efficient, you should get some amazing battery. Like, we should get some really amazing battery when you combine a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, 6,000 milliamp battery. That's really big. I'm interested in testing out the cameras. And it still has like that quad curved edge display on it, which it's supposed to be very subtle from what I was reading, but it's not a flat screen. So if you still like that premium curved edge display look, this is something that's going to make you happy. If you like the IR blaster, that's something that's going to make you happy. And then plenty of storage option, plenty of power, and then finally getting an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. I was really happy when the Pixel did that with the Pixel 9. I love the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Now we're going to have it with OnePlus. So no more optical, which the optical is fine. I mean, it's always worked pretty well. OnePlus has had a good fingerprint scanner, but having that ultrasonic one will give you a higher level of security and also better reliability. And of course, it'll work better whenever you use your phone, especially out in the elements. You get some water on the screen and stuff. And that was one thing I really, really enjoyed about the OnePlus 12. They added like that, I don't know what it's called, hydrophobic coating or whatever. Basically, if you get water on your screen, it still works as it's intended to, instead of like just doing wonky things and not registering your fingerprint. But anyway, yes, it's out. So the cat's out of the bag. And it's always interesting because we know we're getting the phone here in the States. We just don't know when yet. But we get a preview of what we're getting, right? We get to look at the colors might be the same. I mean, might be different. Some of them might be exclusive to China. We might have one or two exclusive to the U.S. But when you take a look at what you're going to get under the hood, you know, performance, the characteristics, all the same stuff, it makes for a really exciting proposition because we're right around the corner being able to get this. And it's funny because we're already at the end of the year. We're already going to start talking about, hey, phones of the year, all the exciting stuff. We're going into November. We have 2 months left in this year, and then we're already going to start with the new phones, and we might start with the new phones this year. I mean, maybe this is like a Christmas special or something. Maybe it comes out in the middle of December. That'd be really cool because, well, January is going to be Samsung country. So if they're going to move it up this far, that means to me that they'll probably push it out before Samsung. That seems to me like what they're trying to do because I think they're trying to pull a Google. Google was very smart. They finally listened to what I told them to do, and they put their phone out before the iPhone instead of after the iPhone. And what do you know? The sales are tremendously better. So go figure. So maybe that's what they're aiming for here. Maybe they're trying to get the OnePlus phone out before the new Samsung phone so that way they can try and get more sales and get more eyes on it. Because let's face it, whatever, like the shiniest thing comes out for the year, the less shiny things are less important, right? So, I mean, Samsung is the best, biggest, most awesomest, Android phone according to everybody. So whenever that one comes out, people look at the Samsung phone. They have name recognition, notability, notoriety. They have everything. And their global presence, and also they have things like 7 years of support, 7 years of operating system updates, all that stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff whenever it comes to the Samsung phones that people really look and appeal to. But there's a lot of people that don't like that. A lot of people that don't want Samsung. A lot of people that like something different. And OnePlus does a good job of offering something different. And it's an alternative to the Pixel as well, because some people are not crazy about the Pixel phones. Some people are not crazy about the Tensor chip. So if you can get the same mainline Snapdragon chip, pay less money. And that's ultimately the thing here. I mean, you're going to be able to get this for several $100s cheaper than the Samsung phone. And it's going to offer basically the same performance, the same hardware, and it's going to have a lot of its own flavors and different stuff. So exciting stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's got the mute switch. I didn't watch the keynote, but I'd imagine it has the alert slider as well that people love so much. So anyway, that's all I got in this video. What do you think? Are you excited about the new OnePlus phone? Is it something that you're interested in? Are you looking for an alternative to Samsung or Google or Apple? This could be it, and it could be pretty exciting once it finally gets here. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, go to the comments section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.